Good morning, students. Today we go with the new lesson, current electricity. Current electricity. Current electricity. This is an 8 marks question which is very important, which carries a question number 20. Question number 20, very important question in this topic. First, what is a current electricity? Current electricity means the study of electric charges in motion is said to be current electricity. The study of electric charges in motion is called current electricity. Is called current electricity. Is called current electricity. The study of electric charges, those are in motion, is called current electricity. What is meant by current? What is a current? Current means the rate of flow of charge. That is supposed to be great charge by so we can I is equal to by T. Rate of flow of charge through any cross section of a conductor.
The rate of flow of charge through any cross section of a conductor is said to be current. So I is equals to, we can write Q by T, where Q is the charge and T is the time. Charge by time is said to be current I. So we can write the SI units. SI unit. SI for the current is charge by coulomb time per second. So we have coulomb per second is also to be ampere. So the SI unit for the current is ampere. The current can be measured in amperes. The current can be measured in amperes. So we can say, what is the SI unit of current? Is nothing but coulomb per second. Is also said to be 1 ampere. So the SI unit of current is ampere. You can measure the current in amperes. So once again we will discuss this about this definition current. Current means the rate. Time is nothing but rate. The rate of flow of charge through any cross section of a conductor. The rate of flow of charge through any cross section of a conductor is said to be current. You can write I is equals to Q by T. I is equals to Q by T, where Q is the charge and T is the time. In differential form, we can write I is equals to dQ by dt. I is equals to, we can write dQ by dt. dQ by dt. Next, we will define what is ampere now. 1 ampere is equals to 1 coulomb by 1 second. Coulomb by 1 second. So, how can we define ampere? The current passing through the conductor is said to be 1 ampere. The current passing through the conductor is said to be 1 ampere. If 1 coulomb of charge passes through the cross section of a conductor per 1 second, then the amount of current is said to be 1 ampere. What is an ampere? How can we define ampere? The current passing through the conductor is said to be 1 ampere. So the conductor is said to be 1 ampere. If 1 coulomb of charge passing through the cross section of the conductor per 1 second, then the amount of current is said to be 1 ampere. This is the definition for the ampere. Next, we move to Ohm's law. Ohm's law. What is a Ohm's law? Ohm is a scientist's name. Ohm is a scientist's name. Ohm's law. Ohm is a scientist's name. What is Ohm's law? It's important for you know. At a constant temperature, we can define this Ohm's law at constant temperature. Suppose if you take a conductor or resistor, whatever it is, A and this is B, the current I is passing
from one end A to the B when the potential difference is V. The potential difference is V. So we can define the Ohm's law as the potential difference across the ends of the conductor. V means the potential difference across the ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the current passing through it. Directly proportional to the current passing through it. At a constant temperature, the potential difference across the ends of the conductor
is directly proportional to the current passing through the conductor. That is, V is directly proportional to I.
If you want to remove this proportionality, you can keep an is equals and let it be some constant R into I. So by rearranging, we can write V equal to IR. This is a mathematical form of Ohm's law. Mathematical form of Ohm's law. Mathematical form of Ohm's law. V is equals to IR, where R is resistance. Where R is resistance. So V is equals to IR. V is equals to IR. This is an Ohm's law. V equal to IR. Once again, the potential difference across the ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the current passing through it. From this we can write V E directly proportional to I. If you want to remove proportionality constant, you can keep an is equals and the constant R. V equal to Ri, V equal to IR. So what is the mathematical form of Ohm's law? V is equals to IR is the mathematical form of Ohm's law. Okay. Next, what are ohmic and non-ohmic conductors? Ohmic conductors. Ohmic conductors. Ohmic conductors means the conductors that obeys Ohm's law. The conductors that obeys Ohm's law. The conductors that obeys Ohm's law are called ohmic conductors. Non-ohmic conductors. The conductors that does not obey Ohm's law are called non-ohmic conductors. Does not obey Ohm's law. The conductors that obeys Ohm's law, are called ohmic conductors. The conductors that does not obey Ohm's law are called non-ohmic conductors. The examples for the ohmic conductors are all metals. And the examples for the non-ohmic conductors are diode, triode, vacuum tubes. These are all the examples for the non-ohmic conductors. So, ohmic and non-ohmic. Ohmic conductors are ohmic devices. Non-ohmic conductors are non-ohmic devices. What are ohmic conductors? The conductors that obeys Ohm's law are called ohmic conductors. The conductors that does not obey Ohm's law are called non-ohmic conductors. Examples for the ohmic conductors are all metals, and the examples for the non-ohmic conductors are diodes, triodes, vacuum tubes, transistors, etc. These are the terms and the category of these non-ohmic conductors. Now, what is a resistor and resistance? What is a resistor and resistance? What is a resistance? The resistance is the property of the conductor that opposes the current. Resistance is the property of the conductor. Resistance is the property of the conductor that opposes the current is called a resistance. Property of the conductor. The property of the conductor. Property of the conductor that obey. Property of the conductor that oppose the flow of current. Is called resistance. The device that opposes the current is called a resistor. The device that opposes the current is called a resistor. The device that opposes the flow of current.
the flow of current is called a resistor. It is represented by the letter capital R. The symbol for the resistance is like this. This is the symbol for resistor R. This is a fixed resistor. And you can keep like this. This is a variable resistor, or we can call it as a rheostat, Look at here. What is the resistance? Resistance is the property of the conductor that opposes the flow of current. Is called a resistance. What is a resistor? Resistor is a device that opposes the flow of current. Is called resistor. Generally, the resistance is represented by the letter capital R. The symbol for the resistance is like this. And by keeping an arrow mark here, it represents the variable resistance. Means fixed resistance means throughout the experiment the value of resistance does not change, but here it is a varies. That is called rheostat. It is also said to be rheostat. Now, what is the SI unit? All this we can discuss here. So, according to Ohm's law, we have V equal to IR. We need R equal to, we can write V by I. V means potential difference. By I means current. Potential difference by current. So we can write the SI unit for the resistance is the SI unit for the potential difference is volt per current means ampere. So volt per ampere, that is nothing but ohm. Here it is, ohm. The symbol for ohm is omega. This is the symbol for resistance or symbol for ohm called omega. So, what is the SI unit of resistance? The resistance can be measured in ohms, milliohms, microohms, kiloohms. We can measure like this. So, we can set it as SI unit for the resistance is ohm, ohm, and this symbol is said to be omega. This is also omega. This symbol is also omega, but it is also omega. The symbols should be a capital and small letters. This is like this. Same. Now we define a ohm. How can we define 1 ohm? 1 ohm is equals to 1 volt by 1 ampere. 1 ohm is equals to 1 volt per 1 ampere. 1 volt per 1 ampere. How can we define ohm? The resistance of the conductor is said to be 1 ohm. If 1 ampere current passing through that conductor, when the potential difference is 1 volt. So, this is the definition for the ohm. Second, look at here. This is a ohm. The resistance of the conductor is said to be 1 ohm. If 1 ampere current passing through the conductor, when the potential difference is 1 volt. This is the definition for ohm. So ohm is equals to 1 volt per 1 ampere. Now, first SI unit of charge. We know the charge can be measured in coulomb. SI unit of current, that is ampere. SI unit of capacitance, that is a farad. SI unit of resistance, that is ohm. You have to remember these units which are very most important. Charge can be measured in coulomb, current can be measured in ampere, and capacitance in farad, and resistance in ohms. These are very important. Coulomb, ampere, farad, and ohm. These are all the scientist names. These are all our scientist names. So the starting letter, it should be a small letter. It is not general English like words. So we keep small letters to indicate the units. Now, resistance depends on what factors? Now let us take another topic. Resistance depends on what factors? Resistance depends on. Resistance depends on. So first one, a resistance is directly proportional to the length. The length increases, the resistance also increases, and is directly proportional to the, inversely proportional to the area. Inversely proportional to the area. If the area increases, the resistance decreases. The resistance decreases. From this we can write resistance is directly proportional to temperature. Directly proportional to temperature. From this we can write R is directly proportional to L by A. If you want to remove this proportionality, you can keep an is equals and let it be some constant. This is called rho. This is called rho L by A. R is equals to rho L by A, where rho is called specific resistance. Specific resistance, or we can call it as resistivity. Resistivity, specific resistance of resistivity. So rho is equals to, we can write RA by L. By cross multiplication we get the value. Rho is equals to RA by L. We can write the SI for the specific resistance. SI unit. Resistance can be measured in ohm and area by meter square by length means meter. So we have ohm meter. What is the SI unit of specific resistance? The specific resistance can be measured in ohm meter. Ohm meter. The specific resistance can be measured in ohm meter. So you can look at here. Resistance depends on what are the factors that influence the resistance of the conductor. Mainly the three factors that influence the resistance of the conductor, which is directly proportional to its length. Where length increases, the resistance also increases. Length decreases, resistance also decreases. And it means the resistance. Resistance is inversely proportional to its area. Means if area increases, the resistance decreases. If area increases, the resistance decreases. And also directly proportional to its temperature. From this we can write R is directly proportional to L by A. If you want to remove this proportionality, we keep an is equals to some constant, let it be rho. R is equals to rho L by A, where rho is said to be a specific resistance or resistivity. We can write the expression for the rho as RA by L, where R is the resistance and A is the area and L is the length. So resistance is measured in ohm, area by meter square, and by length is M. Meter gets cancelled and we have only ohm meter. So what is the SI unit of resistivity or specific resistance is ohm meter. But the SI unit for the resistance is only ohm. Next, we define the specific resistance. We have the formula rho is equals to RA by L. Suppose if length is equals to 1 meter and area is 1 meter square, then R is equals to rho. By substituting these values, R is equals to rho or rho is equals to R. From this we can define the specific resistance is numerically equal to the resistance of the conductor whose length is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square. Area is 1 meter square. Area is 1 meter square. Is it clear? Resistivity or specific resistance is equals to the resistance of the conductor whose length is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square. This is a rho. Rho is equals to R. Means, how can we define the specific resistance? Specific resistance is equals to the resistance of the conductor whose length is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square. This is about the resistance depends on what factors and what are the factors that influence the resistance. These are the factors that influence this. In next class, we will discuss about the Kirchhoff's laws and which is the most important. Thank you students.